Hello everyone, I welcome you all in this lecture and here I am going to talk about heat island effect. Contents will be what is heat island effect, what are the different types of heat island effects and what are the different causes that leads to heat island effect. Now let's understand what is heat island effect. This is also known as urban heat island effect. Actually, that effect affect the urban areas more as compared to the rural areas. Therefore, this is termed as urban heat island effect. Now, let's understand what is the difference between urban and rural areas. Urban areas are those areas which comprises of cities. More and more development, housing, infrastructure, industries and all that and more population also. And ड्यू टू द मोर पॉपुलेशन एक्टिविटीज पॉपुलेशन की है वो भी ज़्यादा होती हैं बट इन द रूरल एरियाज जनरली आउटर एरियाज होते हैं जिसके अंदर क्या है ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा वेजिटेशन होती है ओके सो इन द अर्बन एरियाज ड्यू टू द एक्टिविटीज ऑफ द ग्रोइंग पॉपुलेशन जनरली टेम्परेचर जो है मोर होता है एज कंपेयर टू द रूरल एरियाज और इसी टेम्परेचर राइजिंग ऑफ अर्बन एरियाज को ही क्या बोलते हैं अर्बन हीट आइलैंड इफेक्ट दैट मीन्स द एलिवेशन ऑफ टेम्परेचर इन द अर्बन एरियाज एज कंपेयर टू द नियर बाय रूरल एरियाज दैट इज अर्बन हीट आइलैंड इफेक्ट एक्चुअली ये इफेक्ट क्या है रूरल एरियाज अर्बन एरियाज और एनी अदर टाइप ऑफ एरियाज को सभी को अफेक्ट कर सकता है दैट डिपेंड्स अपॉन द एक्टिविटीज extent of development and all that but urban areas are of more concern because in these areas the rise in temperature is more as compared to the other areas and due to the more rise in temperature that pose a serious threat to the local climate in terms of temperature and for smaller cities and rural areas that effect is less noticeable because temperature rises to less extent अगर टेम्परेचर कम राइज होगा तो वो अफेक्ट भी कम करता है इसीलिए क्या है दैट इफेक्ट इज नॉट मच नोटिसेबल इन स्मॉलर सिटीज एंड रूरल एरियाज दस हीट आइलैंड इफेक्ट का क्या मतलब है कि अर्बन एरियाज का टेम्परेचर जो है रूरल एरियाज के कंपैरिजन ज़्यादा राइज हो जाए एंड दैट thereafter that affects the living organisms as well as the local environment of the urban areas then this is termed as urban heat island effect. Now this is also the same thing that in urban areas there is more development in terms of more and more buildings and more population and the more the activities of the growing population and ultimately these all leads to the phenomena of heat island effect. According to Environment Protection Agency, it has been estimated that when we compare the air temperatures of a city with about 1 million people with the nearby rural areas, then it it can be 1 to 3 degrees Celsius more. दैट मीन्स अगर हम एक सिटी जिसके अंदर अबाउट 1 मिलियन पीपल हैं उस सिटी का जो एयर टेम्परेचर है नियर बाय रूरल एरिया के साथ अगर कंपेयर करते हैं तो सिटी का टेम्परेचर जनरली 1 to 3 डिग्री सेल्सियस मोर आता है एंड दैट इज ड्यू टू दैट अर्बन हीट आइलैंड इफेक्ट and when we compare that temperature in the evening then that difference may reach to about 12 degree celsius that means city का जो temperature है वो 12 degree celsius तक ज़्यादा हो सकता है as compared to the nearby rural areas and when we compare the different seasons that is summer season or the winter season temperature between the urban and rural areas then the temperature difference is more generally in the winter season. Now let's understand what are the different types of heat island effects that the urban areas usually experienced. There are three main basic type of heat island effects. These are canopy layer heat island effect, boundary layer heat island effect, and surface heat island effect. Before discussing these three effects in detail, let's understand what is that canopy layer, boundary layer and surface. Now canopy layer means अगर हम लोग अर्बन एरियाज की बात करते हैं तो अर्बन एरियाज में क्या है, टॉल टॉल बिल्डिंग्स होती हैं एंड बिटवीन दीज टॉल बिल्डिंग्स एयर जो है कैप्चर हो जाती है. वन टाइप ऑफ एयर इज दैट and another type of air is that which is present above the rooftops of the tall buildings. Okay, तो यानी कि अर्बन एरियाज में जो एटमॉस्फेयर है that is usually divided into two layers. One is that which is captured between the tall buildings and one is that is present above the tall buildings. Okay, तो जो एयर बिटवीन द टॉल बिल्डिंग्स कैप्चर्ड होती है उस एटमॉस्फेरिक लेयर को कैनोपी लेयर कहते हैं एंड जो एयर अबव द रूफ टॉप्स ऑफ द टॉल बिल्डिंग्स होती है उसको बाउंड्री लेयर कहते हैं. एंड सरफेस मीन्स द सरफेस और द अपर लेयर ऑफ द अर्बन एरियाज और द रूरल एरियाज. ओके, नाउ let's understand what is canopy layer heat island effect. As I have told you that canopy layer is that atmospheric layer that is present between the tall buildings of a of the urban areas. Okay, अगर हम इस एटमॉस्फेरिक एयर के टेम्परेचर को नियर बाय रूरल एरियाज के टेम्परेचर के साथ कंपेयर करते हैं तो then this is termed as canopy layer heat island effect, or we can also say that the air that is present below the rooftops and when the temperature of that air is compared with the temperature of the nearby rural areas, then this is termed as canopy layer heat island effect. Now next is boundary layer heat island effect. In it also heat the difference between the temperatures of rural and urban areas is expressed in the form of air temperature. But यहाँ पर कौन सी air consider करते हैं? The temperature that is present above the rooftops of the tall buildings. अगर उस एयर के टेम्परेचर को नियर बाय रूरल एरियाज के टेम्परेचर के साथ कंपेयर करते हैं और उससे एक्सप्रेस करते हैं इन द फॉर्म ऑफ डिफरेंस बिटवीन द एयर टेम्परेचर्स of urban and rural areas, then this is termed as boundary layer heat island effect. Now third is surface heat island effect. When अगर surface temperatures को measure करें rural areas and urban areas का और उन दोनों के difference को क्या बोलते हैं? Surface heat island effect. Causes of heat island effect. In it we will discuss some of the important causes that leads to heat island effect in the urban areas. We will discuss in detail loss of natural vegetation, materials that leads to urban heat island effect and which are used in urban areas, tall buildings, how these tall buildings leads to heat island effect, human activities, surface heating effects, low wind speed and melting of ice. Now the first and the most important cause that leads to the urban heat island effect is the loss of natural vegetation. Actually the vegetation is very much important to escape the heat from the areas, because vegetation produce cooling effect by the process of transpiration. Vegetation also keeps the environment cool by shade. But these days, as in the urban areas, population is increasing day by day. And to meet the housing requirements of that increasing population, humans are continuously modifying the naturally occurring land surfaces. And these modifications are leading to loss of natural vegetation, and therefore the beneficial effects that these vegetation shows. They keep the environment cool by the process of transpiration, by the process of shading and all that. And due to these loss of natural vegetation, the temperature of urban areas is continuously rising. Now the next cause of urban heat island effect is the materials that are used in urban areas. As urban areas are the cities that are comprising of houses, tall buildings, and the materials that are used for the preparation of these buildings are asphalt, steel, concrete, bricks, and all that. These all materials possesses dark coloration, and due to that dark coloration, they have a tendency to absorb more and more sun radiations, and these radiations exert their effect in the form of heat on the surfaces of these buildings, and thus the surfaces of the cities absorb and hold more heat due to their dark color. Now the next is pavements and roofs are generally made up of concrete and asphalt. These are such type of materials which possesses certain properties, like they have high heat capacity, high thermal conductivity, and due to these properties, these materials can trap more and more heat, and thus also contribute to the warming effect. Besides that, many modern building materials are generally made up of such type of materials which are impervious to the water. So water cannot flow through these materials, and due to this, these surfaces remains hot for longer time as compared to the pervious materials. Thus, in the urban areas, various materials that are used due to the color of these materials, due to their properties like heat capacity, their high thermal conductivity, and all that, these materials capture more and more heat from the sun radiations and ultimately keep the surfaces warm as compared to in the rural areas. Now the next important factor is the presence of tall buildings. These tall buildings also plays a role in warming the urban areas. Tall buildings, due to their large size, due to the presence of multiple surfaces, they possesses more surface area, and thus they provide that more surface area for the reflection and absorption of sun's radiations, and that also increases their efficiency to warm the urban areas. This effect is also termed as urban canyon effect. These tall buildings also exerts their effect by blocking the wind. Wind Wind possesses an ability to cool the environment by convection, but tall buildings block that wind, and in this way inhibits the cooling effect of the blowing wind. Tall buildings also prevent the escape of pollutants from the environment. So the pollutants remain captured between the tall buildings, and thus these pollutants exert their heating effect. As we all know that in the pollutants there may be greenhouse gases, and when these gases remain in the environment or between these buildings, these also produce more heating effect as compared to in the rural areas. Human activities. Human activities also leads to warming the urban environments because human activities produce heat and pollutants into the environment. Heat adds up into the environment, and thus that heat produce a warming effect, and these pollutants also somehow warm the environment. These activities may be the use of vehicles, air conditioners, industries. These all activities generates heat, and when that heat is added up into the environment, that leads to urban heat island effect. Besides that, human activities also produce pollutants, and some of these pollutants may change the radiative properties of the atmosphere and may produce heating effect. In the pollutants, there may be present greenhouse gases, and these greenhouse gases may lead to greenhouse effect or global warming. Thus, that greenhouse effect also adds up heat into the urban heat island effect, and thus make it more and more effective in the urban areas. Surface heating effects. Now in the summer season, mostly the surfaces of the urban areas remains warm due to dark coloration as well as due to the large surface area and all that. Surfaces remains warm, and the wind that is very close to the surfaces also becomes warm. But at that night time, in the absence of solar heating, upper atmospheric layer becomes cool. But as in the urban areas, there are tall buildings are there, and these tall buildings prevent the wind to blow, and therefore upper atmospheric layer and lower atmospheric airs, these two type of layers do not mix up with each other, and therefore these two layers stabilize at their place. Lower layer lower layer of atmosphere is hot, and upper layer of atmosphere remains cold, and thus at the night time also near the surfaces uh, warming effect remains there, and thus this is urban heat island effect that keeps the night time also warmer as compared to in the rural areas. Now the next factor is low wind speed. In the urban areas, generally the wind blows with less speed as compared to in the rural areas. As blowing wind produce cooling effect, but in the urban areas due to its low speed, it produce less cooling effect, and uh, thus warm effects remains there. Now next is melting of ice. When we consider the snowy urban areas, their snow melt very earlier as compared to in the rural areas because there is higher insulation capacity and also higher human activities. This also adds up to the heating effect. Thank you.